Welcome to another edition, Weekly Buff, brand new 2025 Toyota Supra. Very cool car. You know, back in the days of Fast and Furious, the Supra was an iconic car because it was a street racer. This is the newer version of that. It's been out for a few years. Customer worked for Delta Airlines. He's a mechanic. He wanted to protect it with paint protection film and ceramic coating. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. It's been a while since you've had a Supra in the shop. Get your estimate today. Click on the link below. We'll see you soon.
It's game time and I'm up one.
How many bottles of product? So we're about building relationships. So I'm a team of Glossy, the fastest growing brands for detailing products, chemicals, and coatings in the world. Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Weekly Buff. And this week we've got a brand new 2025, I believe, Supra, or maybe 24, that had a partial paint protection job that was installed by the dealer. This is not optimal for rejecting rock chips, especially if you're only covering half of the hood. John removed the old PPF before we did the prep and the wash process. Super important, we decon the car, which means decontamination to remove any rail dust, metal particles, fallout, or industrial fallout, depending where you live in the country. Here in the desert, rocks are a big problem. PPF is a very, very good investment if you're going to be keeping the car for 3 or 4 years. But as you guys can see here, we are detailing every nook and cranny because when we install the new PPF, it's going to be a tedious job on a Supra. This is actually one of the toughest cars to PPF in the world. We use a 72-inch piece of film on the hood, and this front bumper has a lot of contours and just nooks and crannies that are very difficult for us to install. He also wanted us to PPF the entire roof. We call him Delta Man. He's a pretty cool guy. He's been a mechanic for Delta for 30 years, and he likes to drive his cars very fast, and paint protection film is a great option to protect his vehicle. So we get a lot of clients asking us about PPFing and the difficulty to PPFing the truck versus Jeep versus Corvette. This car right here, the Toyota Supra, it is one of the hardest cars to PPF, right, John? So John's one of our installers. He's having a lot of fun, right, John? And he's an experienced installer from Brazil. He's been doing this for a lot of years, and this is a car that's extremely challenging to do a clean install. This is a 72-inch piece of film on the hood. The bumper has a lot of curves and corners, and it takes the right skill sets and experience to put this on. And when guys shopping for this type of work, you can't just pay someone to expect it to be perfect if they don't have the skill sets to get it done right. All right, guys, doing final touches on the PPF. We're doing a lot of trimming. We like to do a seamless install, which means we like to wrap the edges wherever we can, because most shops don't do that because it's too tedious and time consuming. But you know, you don't want to have to clean or trim this clear ball every year because it's on the edge and the dirt will get behind the edge, and now you've got a problem with it lifting. And we see this by a lot of different shops. Now, the final coating applied was our Evo Pro 9H ceramic coating. We put 2 layers down. You can see Josh is applying the first layer and leveling it. And 2 coats is really important when applying a ceramic coating, because if one layer fails, there's one behind it. This is why we have very few warranty claims, and usually it's due to lack of prep or lack of layers. And the Evo Pro 9H is a coating that was first developed by me in 2012, 2013. And we still have vehicles out there on the road here in Vegas that look phenomenal, even though it's a 4-year coating. You want to use a ceramic detail spray to maintain. It's like if I get veneer teeth, I still have to brush them. The ceramic detail spray is your toothpaste, and no waxing and polishing are necessary. We're going to go to Delta Man, Scott, and see what he has to say about the final outcome and what he feels about the customer service we offered. Let's see what Scott has to say. Got an interesting story. We call him Delta Man, right? Because he's been working for Delta for how many years?
14 years.
He's a mechanic. He's the one that keeps you safe when you're sitting in your seat saying, are we going to get there?
Yes, you're going to get there. Grandma's got to get to Disney World.
Really?
That's what we always say.
Grandma?
Grandma,
Yeah.
you want to go to Disney World?
Are you gonna fly first class with me?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Right? So he's a new customer unlocked. Tell him who you are, where you're from.
Scott Black, originally from Ohio, lived in Atlanta for 12 years, and then been in Great Vegas for 3 now.
Buckeye.
Yeah.
I-O. Is that how it goes?
It's a flyover state, that's what we call it.
Flyover state. So Delta is a hub for Delta Airlines. That's where you kind of moved from before you came to Vegas.
Yep.
You got a very fast car, so what does that tell us? So you're an adrenaline junkie? You must be if you work on planes.
Anything that goes fast, anything that's big, anything that can get you in trouble.
That's why my wife married me.
You're in trouble?
No, I'm big, I'm fast.
Fast.
So guys, he brought his Supra into us. New customer, him and I met one-on-one, which was kind of cool.
Yep.
We kind of bonded from the get-go. We have similar sense of humor, which is a little different.
We're off.
We're off. But that's why we're different, right?
Yeah.
All right. And he wanted to protect his car, so we installed full nose PPF. He hasn't seen the car, so we're gonna walk over. Let's take a look. Beautiful blue. Now, what does Toyota call this color? I don't even know. It's
Stratosphere blue.
Stratosphere blue. And it's just vibrant. I mean, the metallic right now, we don't have the sun, but look at the gloss on this thing.
I already tell this is so much better than when it came off the showroom floor.
Tell people out there, they don't believe the gloss is difference.
Yeah, this is nice. I mean, the wheels had a very nasty matte finish. The calipers were dirty, even only with 1,400 miles on it, and it's amazing. I'm really shocked. They had put a 2-piece mat on the front, protective mat, and it's one big piece now.
It's one big piece.
No seam.
Well, the
I
thing
can
is
tell
that,
that
yeah,
right
there's no
away.
seams when you look over here, but because of the way this design goes, we had to, but we hit it, like right here. See right here? We
Really?
had to break it right there, barely right here, in order for this piece to come down
Can't
to
even
here.
see that.
That's the whole point, is we try to do seamless installs. I told him that when I looked at this car, and I said, dude, this bumper is one of the hardest bumpers to PPF, bar none, of cars in the world that we've worked on or other installers.
Every installer I asked before I came here said that. So one of these like, oh, I don't like those Supras.
Because you know what, to execute this kind of bumper, this is why we run classes, right, for professionals. We teach them the art of how to strategically, just like a mechanic, right? You got to
Yeah.
have the right skill sets. You just don't. What did you guys call them? What do you call the newbies you babysit?
I forget actually what I told you.
Huh? You had a nickname for the newbies. So when he gets a new mechanic and they're on the plane and they send him out to him, he's got to work with them to fix the plane. He's just, what did you call it? It was kind of cool. See, he's on camera, so he's kind of nervous.
Well, Dad, I'm 60 years old and I can't remember nothing anymore.
See the guy over there? That's Jack. We call him Rap Jack.
What's up?
What's up? He's one of our
Yeah,
rap
it takes
artist
years
buddies.
to get experience to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, and not everybody can execute it. So tell people out there why it's important. If you're shopping price, but what if you get a guy that meets your price
Right.
but doesn't do the job right?
We got a brand new 2024 Subaru off-road, and took it to get it PPF'd, and they messed it so bad, we had to take it back, have them completely redo the whole front end of it again. They paid for it
Did they?
because they knew they messed up.
So was this the dealer that you paid to do it?
No, it was one of the local shops over here in Summerlin.
And how was that experience?
They were good about it because they knew it wasn't right.
Yeah.
But because once you got it out in the sun, multiple blemishes just in the middle of it, where there was stuff under the paint or on
Yeah.
top of the paint that didn't get cleaned off or nothing.
So they didn't prep it
And
right.
it didn't get wrapped all the way under too. There was a flat mat on the hood. Well, they covered it all up with the paint protection, and it bubbled up on top of that mat. So they had to replace that mat even for us.
So tell them why it's important to find somebody like us who's been doing this for 3 decades, why they should choose us over going to the guy that you had the issue with.
You pay once, and you're done. And you don't come back, it's gonna last forever. Just like what I told you about Delta.
Yeah.
We charge a premium price for a premium product, but why does everybody fly on Delta?
It's about
the experience.
It's experience, right? It's about relationships. It's about making people feel good when they're flying. We make you feel good. So how was the experience from the time you dropped it off to us texting us to you picking it up?
Easy, informative, you explained everything, and talked about what I can do now, what I can do later in the future, and how to keep on going.
So we educated you on your options so that you
Yeah.
could pick and choose what you want us to do. Was there any hard selling involved on my part doing the job?
No, you said this is what I can give you, and I chose what I wanted, you know, from that point on.
Now, I did
So-
add the roof piece at the last minute.
Well, I was thinking about that because I couldn't decide if I wanted to go with black on the roof or standard paint protection, talk to the spouse. I said, just go with standard paint protection. And but I'll be back probably in another couple months to get the tinting redone.
Okay, we'll handle it. So guys, if you want to be featured like Delta Man, that's going to be the clickbait. Delta Man buys a Supra, right?
Yeah.
Leave a comment in the box below. If you see him in a light, roll your window down, give him a thumbs up, and we'll see you next week.
Can you put PPF on an airplane?
This is Rich. Thank you for visiting our YouTube channel, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Now, if you're a professional detailer and you're looking to grow your business, go ahead and click the video here. If you are a weekend warrior and you want to learn some pro detailing tips, go ahead and click here. And if you're looking to get into the detail business or you want to grow your detail business, go ahead and click below.